Donald O'Connor was one of those rare entertainers who seemed born to perform. In his case, it was quite literally true. Born Donald David Dixon Ronald O'Connor on August 28, 1925, in Chicago, Illinois, he came from a vaudeville family, and the stage was his first home. By the time he could walk, he was performing alongside his parents, learning the rhythm, timing, and charisma that would define his life. The O'Connors lived the nomadic life of show business, always traveling, always performing, often struggling to make ends meet, especially during the Great Depression. Tragedy struck early when Donald lost several siblings and his father while he was still a child. But even through hardship, he found purpose in laughter. He once said he learned to make people smile because he knew what it felt like to hurt. That mix of heart and humor became his trademark, something that made his performances feel deeply human. Hollywood soon took notice. Universal Pictures spotted his energy and talent in the 1930s, and by the 1940s, Donald O'Connor had become one of the studio's brightest young stars. His dancing, singing, and sharp comedic timing drew comparisons to Fred Astaire and Gene Kelly. But Donald wasn't an imitator, he had a unique spark, a kind of joyful mischief that made him instantly lovable on screen. Then came 1952 and Singin' in the Rain. As Cosmo Brown, O'Connor gave the performance of a lifetime, especially in the legendary Make 'Em Laugh number. That routine was so demanding it reportedly sent him to the hospital from exhaustion, but on screen it looked effortless, pure joy in motion. Decades later, it's still regarded as one of the greatest scenes in movie history. Through the 1950s and 60s, O'Connor continued to entertain in hits like Francis the Talking Mule and Call Me Madam. When movie musicals started to fade, he transitioned to television, hosting The Donald O'Connor Show and appearing on variety programs where his quick wit and charisma shone just as brightly as his dance numbers once did. Behind the scenes, his personal life was full of both love and challenge. He married Gwen Carter in 1944, but the constant pressure of fame and long separations took their toll, and the marriage ended a decade later. In 1956, he found lasting love with Gloria Noble, an actress and secretary who became the grounding presence he needed. Gloria brought calm to Donald's restless energy, and their marriage lasted until her death in 2001. He often credited her for keeping him balanced, calling her his true partner in both life and spirit. Throughout his long career, O'Connor worked with many great actresses, but one in particular left a lasting impression: Donna Reed. The two moved in the same Hollywood circles during its golden era, and Donald often spoke about her with deep admiration and affection. "Donna was one of the kindest, most sincere people I ever met in this business," he once said. "She didn't play the Hollywood game, she was the real thing." He remembered her not for being flashy or loud, but for her quiet confidence and genuine decency. "You could always tell Donna was raised with good values," he reflected. "She treated everyone the same, from the studio head to the stagehand." That kind of humility is rare in show business. O'Connor was especially moved by her Oscar-winning performance in From Here to Eternity in 1953. "I couldn't believe it was the same sweet Donna I'd seen on the MGM lot years before," he said. "She had that strength, that fire. It took real courage for her to take that part, and she nailed it." He admired how Reed managed to balance her acting career with her family life, something he admitted he had struggled with. "I admired the way she put her family first," he said. "Most of us in this business get caught up in the lights and applause, but Donna always knew what really mattered." To O'Connor, her kindness wasn't just an act. "You could feel her goodness in every role," he said. "It wasn't just acting, it was who she was." He remembered her as the ultimate professional, always punctual, always prepared, and always gracious. "You never heard her complain," he recalled. If there was a problem on set, Donna would just smile and find a way to make it better. If every star behaved like Donna Reed, producers would have lived 10 years longer. Even when Reed later became outspoken politically and took bold career moves, like joining Dallas in the 1980s, O'Connor said it didn't surprise him. "Donna never did anything halfway," he said. Whether it was a movie, her TV show, or standing up for what she believed in, she gave it her whole heart. In reflecting on her legacy, O'Connor grew emotional. "People talk about glamour and fame," he said softly, "but when you think about someone like Donna, you remember the grace, the honesty, the decency. She represented the best of what Hollywood could be." For him, Donna Reed wasn't just a talented actress, she was proof that you could be a star without losing your soul. His admiration wasn't romantic, it came from a place of deep respect for her integrity and character. In many ways, his words about her also revealed who he was, a man who valued kindness and decency above all else. Donald O'Connor's later years tested his resilience. In 1990, he underwent quadruple heart bypass surgery, a reminder of how much his body had endured after decades of high-energy performances. Then, in 1999, he nearly died from pleural pneumonia. Yet, even during recovery, he joked that all he wanted was to dance again. His humor and optimism never faded. O'Connor passed away on September 27, 2003, at the age of 78 from heart failure. He spent his final days surrounded by care and admiration at the Motion Picture and Television Country House and Hospital in Woodland Hills, California, a fitting place for a man who had given his life to the art of entertainment. Until the very end, he was remembered for his warmth, wit, and humility, the same traits that made audiences fall in love with him from the start. And when he spoke of Donna Reed, his words could easily have been said about himself: she didn't just light up the screen. She lit up every room she walked into. Donald O'Connor and Donna Reed, two shining lights from Hollywood's golden age. Proof that true grace, kindness, and heart never fade.